how this understanding of cost volume profit relationship is going to help us. This understanding of cost volume profit relationship is going to help us in doing the profit planning. And how it is going to help us in doing the profit planning, this is what we will understand with the help of few illustrations. I'm sure this is clear to you, clear to every one of you. So profit, what is profit? How do you define profit? Profit is defined as selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit into the quantity minus the fixed cost, and that is your profit. Selling price per unit, variable cost per unit into the quantity that you produce and sell, and minus the fixed cost, and that will give you your profit. Now please pay attention here. It means what? It means your profit of your business is going to be a function of what is your selling price, is going to be a function of what is your variable cost, is going to be a function of what is your quantity, and it is going to be a function of what is your fixed cost. So if I have to improve my profit in my business, what do I need to do? I need to work on doing, number one, do everything possible under the sun to increase the selling price. Number two, do everything possible under the sun to reduce the variable cost. Number three, do everything possible under the sun to increase the quantity that I sell. And number four, do everything possible under the sun to reduce my fixed cost. So if I am able to achieve any of these four things that I have mentioned to you, will have a direct impact on my profitability. And as a business, why do I have to think only increasing my selling price, only reducing my variable cost, only increasing the quantity that I produce and sell, only in reducing the fixed cost? As a business, what I need to do, I need to work on all of them together so as to be able to generate more incremental value for my business. And that is what is your cost volume profit analysis. So cost volume profit analysis, remember friends, it tells me what? It tells me that my profit is function of the selling price per unit, the variable cost per unit, and the quantity that I produce and sell, and finally the fixed cost that I had. So if I am able to improve any of these four factors, that will help me improve the profitability of my business. And that is what is cost volume profit analysis, friends, is all about. Let's take an example, cost volume profit analysis, and I would like all of you to answer. Scott sells bikes for $500 each. So that is the selling price. Scott sells bikes for $500 each. Scott estimates its average cost per unit to be $300. That means the selling price is $500 and the variable cost per unit is $300. In addition, Scott estimates cost to be $80,000. So it has got a fixed cost, and that is $80,000. So question to all of you is, what is Scott's contribution margin per unit? All of you. You can please unmute yourself and give your answer.
$400.
Contribution margin per unit.
$200.
Okay, $200. Yes, $200. Okay. What about others?
Sir, quantity is not given here.
Yeah, quantity is not given here. Absolutely, quantity is not given here. So still, because the question that is being asked to you is what is the margin per unit. So even if the quantity is not given, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
With the given information, you should be able to find out as to how much will be the contribution margin per unit.
200.
200. Okay, very good. 200. Very good. And that of course is right. So obviously remember, contribution margin is nothing but contribution per unit. And as we saw in the previous example, how do we find out the contribution per unit? We find out the contribution per unit by deducting from the selling price per unit the variable cost. So the selling price per unit, as we have seen, is 500, and from the 500 we minus the variable cost, which is 300, and 200 becomes your contribution margin per unit. That means every time when you sell a product unit, you get $200 in your hand. Let me stretch this question further, and all of you, can you please tell me what is the break-even quantity in this case, or what is the break-even point or break-even quantity in this case?
400 units.
How much?
400 units.
400 units. Okay, let's see what others have to say.
400 units.
400 units, right? So how do you find out the break? Fixed cost divided fixed
by CPU.
contribution per CPU. That's right. So 200, and the it becomes 400 units per unit. 400 units for the break-even point. Now, if they want to earn a target profit of let's say 40,000. So how much will be the quantity for the target profit of $40,000? All of you? Target
Another 200.
target profit.
600.
How much?
Total 600 units.
Total 600 units, right? So correct. So this is what you can simply find out by dividing the target profit by the contribution per units, or you can say that 80,000 plus 40,000, 1,20,000 divided by 200, and that is 600. So if you produce and sell 600 units, that will give you your target profit of $40,000, and that is what is the answer. So Scott adds 200 profit every time a unit is sold. So now the next question to all of you. So your contribution margin per unit is 200. What is Scott's profit if it sells 600 units? Everyone.
0.
No, 40,000.
40,000.
40,000.
40,000.
40,000, correct, right? So if it sells 600 bikes, and the contribution per unit is 200, so the total contribution is going to be 200 into 600, that is 120,000, minus the fixed cost, which we know is 80,000, and therefore if Scott is selling 600 units, Scott is going to earn a profit of $40,000. Very good, very good. So that's the answer that all of you have given. Okay, so let's go further. How much more profit would Scott have if they sold 25 more bikes? Everyone. If they sell 25 more units, how much extra profit Scott will earn?
25, 200. 10,000. Extra profit will be $10,000.
Is it 10,000? Is it 10,000?
Yeah.
5,000.
5,000, right? So please remember, if Scott is going to sell additional 25 bikes and the contribution margin
200, yeah.
per unit is 200, and that means if they sell 25 units extra, so they will earn an additional profit of $5,000. Is that right, everyone?
Yes, because fixed cost is already taken
Absolutely. Fixed cost is already taken care of, and therefore you do not have to worry about the fixed cost. And this is how you will do it. Okay. Let's take another example. A hot dog vendor must pay $100 per day to rent her cart. She sells hot dogs for $1 each. Her variable cost is 20 cents per hot dog. How many hot dogs must she sell per day to break even? Should not take you more than 30 seconds.
500.
Is that so?
No, 0.5 0.8.
How much will be the
Profit. It into which is
125.
125? Okay, let's see what others have to say. Let's see what others have to say. 125.
I think 120.
120. Okay, let's see 120. Let's see what others have to say. Everyone must calculate and respond.
125.
125. Okay.
125.
125. Okay.
125.
So, okay, very good. So, everyone is saying 125, and when everyone is saying 125, it should be 125. So, remember, this 125 is nothing but the break-even point. So, this question, even though worded differently, basically what this question is asking, the break-even point. So, it is a hot dog vendor must pay $100 per day to rent her cart. So this $100 is her fixed cost. Am I right?
Yes.
So this $100 is to be paid. So whether this vendor sells hot dog or does not sell any hot dog, or sells 1,000 hot dogs, this $100 it will have to pay in any case. Now, what is the contribution margin per unit? So $1 is the selling price and 20 cents is the variable cost. That means the contribution per unit is 0.80, and therefore 100 divided by 0.80 is 125. So if it sells 125, then it would be able to cover the fixed cost. And how do we find out? So we can simply find out that if it produces 125 and 125 are going to give him a contribution margin of 80, and that means it becomes 100. So it will have 100 euros as $100 as the contribution in a sense, and that will be a break-even point for her. So with this, friends, we are almost at the close of the session, and as someone was saying that you would like to have some questions from me to be answered, so I'm going to leave it open to all of you. So whatever doubts or questions that you may have, you can please ask me. So this is 125 units that we have seen. Whatever questions or doubts on anything that we have discussed so far, not only anything that we have discussed so far, you can please feel free to ask me anything incidental also to whatever we have discussed from so far. So just to give you a quick recap,